The opening lines of In a Station of the Metro describe a scene in a Paris metro station. Pound presents the image of a group of people waiting on the platform, but he does so in a highly condensed and impressionistic way. He writes, "The apparition of these faces in the crowd, petals on a wet, black bough." The metaphor of the apparition of faces as petals on a wet, black bough is striking and evocative. The word apparition implies something unexpected and otherworldly, while the image of petals on a wet bough suggests beauty and fragility. The image is also highly condensed, as if Pound is trying to capture the essence of the scene in just a few words. The second and final line adds further depth to the image and adds more meaning with the simile, so several faces and the eyes wide open describing the faces of the crowd. This emphasized the passiveness and the motionlessness of the people, making them seem like statues in the crowd. This poem is considered to be an exemplar of Imagist movement, which emphasizes on the precise and focused depictions of the reality and nature, using only the most meaningful words. Pound's use of metaphor, imagery and simile in this poem is effectively able to convey the atmosphere of the crowd and the mood of the people in the metro station. Pound's poem is short but packs a punch. Through a few lines, it evokes a specific scene in a Paris metro station and captures the atmosphere and mood of the crowd. Pound uses Imagist techniques to create a highly condensed and impressionistic image that is evocative and memorable. This poem demonstrates the way the reality can be viewed in a beautiful and unique way. It is a remarkable example of how we can capture the essence of something in very few words. It is also an example of how symbolism can be used to enrich and deepen the meaning of a work. This is a poem that can be interpreted in many different ways and can be enjoyed by readers of all ages and backgrounds. In addition to its use of imagery, In a Station of the Metro is also notable for its use of ambiguity. Pound leaves it up to the reader to interpret the scene and the emotions of the people in the crowd. The apparition of faces could be interpreted as either a positive or a negative experience, depending on the reader's perspective. The petals on a wet, black bough could also be read as symbols of both beauty and decay. Another aspect to consider is the use of the title, In a Station of the Metro. The use of the word, in, implies that the scene is taking place within the metro. Whereas, the word, of, implies that it is a representation or a product of the metro, that is how the crowd exists within and as a representation of the metro itself. This poem also invites us to reflect on the human condition and on our relationship with the urban environment. The crowd in the metro station is anonymous and fleeting, and their faces are indistinguishable from one another. Yet, Pound has transformed them into a thing of beauty through his use of imagery and metaphor. This can be seen as a commentary on the way that art can transform the ordinary into something extraordinary. In a Station of the Metro is a powerful and thought-provoking poem that demonstrates the art of how to create an image in few words. It challenges us to see the beauty in the everyday and to consider our relationship with the urban world. It also invites readers to consider how art can transform the ordinary into something extraordinary. And for this reason, the poem is still celebrated for its impactful imagery and continues to be a favorite of many poets and poetry enthusiasts today. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more great bite-sized study vids.